Welcome everyone. Thanks for joining me this evening. Thanks for finding the time. And if you're not here with me live tonight, then I hope that you are able to find some time later in this week to enjoy this practice. We are going to be blessed with an incredible full moon this evening. It's the last of the super moon for this year, meaning it's going to be really close to the earth and super bright. They say that just after sunset we should be able to see it, but I think at 10:35 tonight is when it's going to be in its most glorious form. So check it out if you are still up by then. The full moon is a great time to come together within yourself just to reflect on the past cycle, noticing anything that you're feeling is kind of driving you down, that negative, heavy energy, and there's certainly been lots of it around at the moment, and you have to make a conscious choice just to separate yourself from that. So today, this evening's practice is about harnessing the energy from the full moon, but harnessing the positive energy, the bright and vibrant energy. So all of the emotions that we generally feel around the full moon can be quite intense. So whatever you're feeling intensifies. But tonight you're going to focus on letting go of the stuff that is not serving you, is not making you feel as vibrant as you could, and harness all of the possibility and enthusiasm for your life. So that's where we're going tonight. So the full moon is very much about, or the moon in general compared to the sun, is very much about yin, fluidity, the feminine side of us. So we're going to nurture that a little by moving really fluidly through the practice. That doesn't necessarily mean quickly, but just allow yourself to be a little looser. If you're on your own, it's like a dance with the breath in your own space. So really enjoy that. Your practice doesn't have to look identical to mine. Trust yourself. Trust that connection you have with your breath to guide you to feeling good more of the time. And that's why we come to our practice, to feel good. So let's begin. Hands can settle down on the knees, and we're just going to start with some general and soft neck circling. We tend to hold it all up here, and we'll just move through the body on this journey tonight. So you can start by dropping the right ear to the right shoulder. Drop the chest, the chin down to the chest, and then left ear to left shoulder. Now we're going to go back in the opposite way. So left ear to shoulder, chin to chest, finish that half circle, right ear to right shoulder. And just keep going backwards and forwards like this, slowly, with the breath. Can you find a breath movement combination that can work really nicely here for you? In a way that you feel the jaw relaxing, and the sides of the neck. Let the lips close lightly and sense that breath just moving through the nose, in and out. Let your intention this evening to be to move in a way that feels good, and you're already halfway there. And as you bring the head up next of all, come to center, and then just pause there for a moment, relaxing the shoulders down away from the ears. And we'll continue generating this energy through the spine by reaching out to the right, chest over the thighs, cross to the left knee, and coming up through center. And like a pendulum, just swinging back, swaying back, circling back in the opposite direction. Notice when it feels good for you to breathe in. And when does it feel perfect to breathe out? You might bend the elbows and roll the shoulders through. Just let the neck be heavy. One more, and then finding your way to center and finding stillness. Those hands are resting on the knees. The spine is bright. Yet there's a sense of ease in the body as you sit comfortably and find your center. And feel the breath moving in and the breath moving out. And then imagine that the breath is only moving through your left nostril. Breathe in through the left nostril. And imagine you're breathing out only through the right nostril. Breathe out, right nostril. And then as you breathe in, come back up through the right nostril. And as you breathe out, down the left nostril. And continue. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. And continue focusing on the breath as it moves from side to side, left to right, right to left. And enjoy slowing that breath down. Enjoy settling your attention on the breath. Enjoy your mind focusing no longer on thoughts that are pulling you into the past or pushing you into the future. Let your mind settle into this really soothing, calming rhythm of breathing. You can finish your next round as you exhale through the left nostril. And once you've done that, you'll feel the breath moving all on its own now, through center. And you smile to yourself. What a gift it is to find this time for you this evening. And perhaps take a moment of gratitude for someone close by that's helped you to create this time, prioritize this time. And we know that the benefits of our practice ripple out. This positive effect reaches all that we interact with. All of our relationships and experience benefit. So you can thank that person now. And then you can come down onto your back with the knees bent. And bring the knees into the chest and just cup the hands over the knees. So as you breathe in, the knees move away from the body. And as you breathe out, the knees draw in. You feel that breath releasing. Inhale, just this pulsing with the breath. Exhale, drawing in. Movement is matching the timing of the breath. You have nowhere else to be right now. So you can continue with the hands helping you out here, or you could tuck the hands, palms down underneath the hips. And as you breathe in, the knees come away and the toes are just hovering above your mat. As you exhale, squeeze the knees back in. So as you breathe in, knees move away and almost like you're going to touch your toes into wet cement and you don't want to leave an imprint. So exhale. Moving and building a little extra warmth here in the core. And just two more like this. Feeling those lower belly muscles switched on. And then the feet can come down to your mat. Knees about hip width apart. Take the hands out from under the bottom but have them alongside you. As you breathe in, come on up into bridge pose.
First bridge pose, so just move slowly into the body, just feel into the spine tonight. And then come all the way down. And we'll flow a little here. So as you breathe in, lift on up. And then reconnect the spine with the earth as you exhale. So coming up with the breath and down with the breath. Option to add the arms here if you wish. As you breathe in, as you lift the hips, the arms come up and over the head. Exhale to come all the way back down. And you're just going to take 3 more of your variation tonight. Eventually the hands come back down. So we're going to move into a one-legged bridge pose, but of course you can stick with both feet on the floor if you prefer. Otherwise, lift on up through the hips, starting a bridge pose. Bring the right knee in towards the chest and then extend that right leg up. Breathe in, lift the hips, lift that right foot. As you exhale, lower the straight right leg down, hips lower but hover. As you exhale, bend the knee, roll it back to the chest. Inhale, pulse and lift up, lengthen, lower. Exhale, knee to chest. And again, inhale, circling through. We're taking 2 more here. You can press into the hands a little more, into the shoulders, lifting up. If you've got the leg extended, you might stay for an extra breath. And then lower the hips down and rest that right ankle on the top of the left thigh, reclined pigeon. Relax through the right buttocks, right hip. Option to reach through and take hold of the left thigh or the left shin, but keep the shoulders down to the floor. Soften the toes and the feet. And then lower the foot down if you've lifted it and hold on to the back of the right thigh. Take the right knee out to the right armpit in this half happy baby. So you could keep holding the back of the thigh or take the inside or the outside of the right foot. And it might even feel nice just to sway a little here from side to side with the hips. Gravity's helping you out here, so no force necessary, just surrender into that lovely opening. And then that right leg can come over the top of the right knee. Bring the knees into the chest and hold on to the opposite shins. Alternatively, you could just come back with the knees side by side like we did at the beginning. Otherwise, just squeezing the legs in. Be conscious of the breath, leaving the body. This is this first process in cleansing, deeply cleansing. It's a choice to be free. And then you can unravel your legs, place them back down on the floor, come into bridge pose, breathing in, both feet on the floor, hugging the inner thighs in towards each other. And release all the way back down. So as you take bridge pose, you've got the option to go one-legged, lifting up the hips, bring the left knee into the chest, extend the left leg, take a breath in and lower that straight left leg to the floor to hover. Exhale, circle that knee into the chest. Use the inhale to give you this sense of lift and brightness. Extending through the toes, or perhaps the heel works better for you. 2 more on this side. And as you take the leg up just 1 more time, you might be able to stay for an extra breath here. As you lower down, let the ankle rest on top of the right thigh. Switch off that whole left leg. Option to bring the right knee into the chest. Sink into longer exhales here. And the right foot can come to the floor and direct that left knee out towards the left armpit. And happy baby, choose the position where you'll hold the thigh or the foot. Just feel this opening coming very naturally here as you choose to let go of anything that's holding you back. And often that can be firstly in the mind. So crossing that left leg over, hugging the knees in and holding on to the opposite shins or ankles. Choosing to be free. And acknowledging your own self-worth. You can release the legs down. Take the feet to the edges of your mat. Feet and knees wide. Arms extend wide. And just wash it out a little here. Swaying the legs from side to side. Exhale to one side. Inhale to the other. If it feels nice, you could turn the head in the opposite direction of the knees. And feel this fluidity, this release all the way up through the spine. Now, two ways you might like to find yourself onto your hands and knees. You could roll to one side here, or you could pick up the knees through the middle and rock up through center and eventually find your way onto your hands and knees. So bringing the shoulders over the wrists and taking the right leg back behind you. And as you look forward, breathe in length. And as you exhale, tuck the knee in towards the nose, round the spine. And pulsing with this breath of extension and release. Option 2 is to take the opposite arm out in front and bring elbow to knee on the exhale. Extend on the inhale. And you can release that left hand down, hug the right knee in behind the left knee and sink the hips down towards the mat, but don't land. Come forward as you breathe in. You might lift the chest here a little, round as you sink back. Your breath rolling forward. Exhale. Last one. Sinking back. You can come back out onto that left knee. Take the right leg behind you once more along. And as you exhale, tap the toe over to the left side. Look over to the left shoulder. And then bring that knee up towards the right armpit. Squeeze it in. Take the leg long, look over the shoulder. Squeezing into the side body. Reach back. And the next time you have the leg extended and it's reaching across to the left, you're going to slide the hips down, a bit like a lazy pigeon. So just be mindful that this front knee is happy. If it's not, just come into a child's pose. Dropping the hips back, drop the head down. And you can come forward and wrap this right leg around to the front of your mat and bring the foot out wide here. You're in a low lunge to begin with.
So the hands might stay inside this front foot, or if you need to, take one on either side. And you could stay on the back knee, or you could be a little more active here, lifting up. So you're feeling the left calf and the left thigh reaching up towards the sky. And the legs are drawing in towards one another. So the legs should feel quite strong right now. So rather than getting slack there and letting the hips sink, if you can, switch it on. Feel into those grounded contact points. That's the stability that you're drawing on from the earth. You're going to take the right leg back into dog pose. You could take it straight back into three-legged dog if you like, lifting up, reach to the toes. And then step the foot forward. You're in your high lunge. So you're on the ball of the back foot. Pick the arms up. Inhale. Exhale. Dive forward. Skim the fingers back. Breathing in. Rise up. Keep your gaze bright. Uplifted slightly. Ahead into a bright future. You never know what's out in head, what's up front. The hands can come down and frame the front foot and kick this leg up here into your version of a standing splits. Extending all the way up to the left toes. Option to pulse a little here. Right arm reaches out in front. As you exhale, bring the knee and the elbow in towards one another. Inhale to extend. Exhale. Last one. Reaching forward, reaching back. Hand comes down, left foot comes under the left hip, and you can melt that spine all the way down. Might feel nice just to sway it out a little here. Keep going with this fluidity in the body. It's always there, but sometimes we need to remind ourselves. We need to encourage it a little. So you're going to come up through a spinal roll. So the intention is that the head comes up last of all. You're stacking the vertebrae one at a time. Finding your way up. Roll the shoulders back. So you could take tree pose here. Otherwise, join me, figure 4. Left ankle rests on top of right knee. And you sink the hips down like you're sitting into a comfortable chair. So sometimes, again, we need to trick the mind. So you could tell the mind that you're sitting in the most comfortable chair. Picture that chair, how it feels, your body, on the cushions, back supported, legs super relaxed. And you can straighten on up and place that left foot back down. Gazing at the fingertips, breathe in and lift all the way up. Take a little baby back bend here before you dive forward on the exhale. Breathing in, lift halfway, and then step the right leg back, just a short stance so you can find warrior 1. Bending into the left knee, the right toes face the front right corner of your mat. You'll feel the hips come around square. And once you've got your balance, scoop the arms up like you're picking up a giant ball, a giant luminous moon. Extending out to the fingertips, they touch overhead. Like you're encircling your whole body with this light, a white light. Positive light. You're choosing only within this circle positivity, possibility, love, joy, all there for you, all for the taking. Choosing to infuse your body. Last time, taking the arms up and draw that energy down through your center. Hands come to the floor. Turn to the ball of the back foot so you can lower that right leg down. Sink the hips down here now. You might again come into that lizard lunge position, both hands inside that front foot. And let go of all the doing right now. Be happy with where you are, just as you are. You find that sense of acceptance here. This evening you showed up to this practice for you. So you only answer to yourself. You honour yourself by making compassionate choices, kind choices. Asking yourself, what am I needing right now? And so from your low lunge or your lizard lunge, let's come into pigeon pose. Bring the leg across, left knee to left wrist, and maybe you can find a little more length through that back leg. Before you land down, come onto the fingertips and breathe in and puff up that pigeon chest and dive forward on the exhale. Round the spine as you pick it up, breathing in. Lift the spine out of the hips. Exhale forward. Already starting to feel yourself surrendering. And all that you've been carrying with you, choosing to let it go also. Come on down, perhaps to the elbows, or make a little support under the forehead. So often this tension we experience in the body, or this sense of imbalance or dis-ease, it originates from the mind through displeasure. It originates from the wanting. It originates from not realizing that all we really need is already within us. It's already in front of us. And when we can truly return into the present moment, being here right now, that's when the smile creeps across your lips through the knowing. So all limiting beliefs are like a grey cloud. And every time you exhale, you're choosing to release a grey cloud from the body, from the mind. Take just these next 5 breaths to really cleanse deep every cell. And begin to find your way up and find downward facing dog in any way that you choose. If you can, find stillness here in your dog pose and a balanced effort between the upper and the lower halves of your body. And then as you come forward, come into plank or half plank like this with the knees down. Exhale and release all the way to your belly. You might like to take the hands a little wider here in your cobra. You could come onto fingertips perhaps as you breathe in, rise up. Melt back down on the exhale. And pressing into the top of the feet, inhale to lift. And releasing on the exhale. In a way that feels good. So it might even be nice just to slither into the spine a little as you lower all the way back down. Arising from the long grass. And retreating once more. And could you find your way now into child's pose and give yourself enough space, knees wide, just to sink the hips down. Keep this swaying action going just to continue stimulating this energy. So
we're in this process of cleansing and shifting. Think of a snake starting to shed the skin, the old skin. The old you that was last week, yesterday, 5 minutes ago, starting to renew yourself. And you can come forward onto the hands and knees and bring those knees back in and take the left leg back. Pulse the knee in on the exhale, round the spine. An option to add the opposite arm if you like. You could extend to the fingers and then pulse that knee and elbow in. And then lower the right hand, but bring that left knee in behind the right knee and feel the weight of the hips as you sink back. It should feel like a nice big hug. And then come forward as you breathe in, maybe lift the chest a little. Exhale, a little bit of cat rounding and sink back. Might find it nice just to take the hands a little wider. Remember, you're looking for space. That spring clean, emptying the cupboards and throwing out all the out-of-date products. Well, the ones that you thought you liked when you bought them and decided you really didn't. Come forward again onto that right knee and take the left leg back. And then take the toe to tap on the floor. Look over the right shoulder. And then squeeze the left knee into the left armpit. Inhale to lengthen back. Exhale, squeeze it in. And then as that leg extends to the right, can you slide back into that lazy pigeon? You're coming forward and wrapping that left leg around into this low lunge. So hands inside the left foot or take one on either side. And then lift up if you can through the back knee. You're pressing into that back heel to start with and lifting up the back of that left leg. So rather than just letting it collapse, you'll actually feel that right set of glutes switching on. And then pull the legs together a little more. It's almost like you could let go with the hands because the legs have got you here, the base. Feeling that warming sense. Best way to warm up the body here as it gets cooler in Victoria, these big leg muscles. We're going to take it back into dog pose, or you might want to transition straight back into three-legged dog. Left leg's reaching up into the air. And then step the foot forward. You're in a high lunge here, but of course you've got the option to bring the back knee down. Bring the hands together at the heart to begin with. The gaze out in front is steady but soft. Through this practice, we connect our energies with the earth as we bring the hands down to the floor, scooping them up into this big circle, representing the full moon that will grace our skies this evening. We place trust in the universe. And we choose the energies. So something that's been intensified for you of late. Sifting through and choosing the positive only. Hands can come down, finding your standing splits. Right leg comes up into the air. An option to pulse here, left arm in front. Bring the knee and elbow together as you exhale.
Little one-legged dance. Can you feel graceful? If not, perhaps you could soften the edges just a little more. Last one, extending, lowering the hand and the right foot. Soften the knees here a little, melt the spine, hands to the floor, or hold on to the opposite elbows. Bring the hands down, bend the knees as much as you need to, and just take a little walk on the spot if you're still okay with your head down here. Move into those hips. And then in your own time, rise up slowly. Use those strong leg muscles to pick you up. Find upright position here in mountain pose. Imagine you're placing your golden crown on top of your head. You can feel it resting there. Luminous, regal, reminding you of the importance of you. With your right leg, you're either finding a tree pose or figure four, or a standing pigeon as it's also called. Right ankle rests on top of left thigh. You could flex the right foot. Feel the legs working together here. And just when you thought you couldn't stay any longer, taking an extra breath. And rooting yourself down on 2 feet. Inhale, rise up, open the body. Exhale to fold. Take a breath in here and lift halfway. And then on the exhale, that left leg steps back and we find our warrior one, scooping the arms up. On your exhale, cactus the arms. Feel the chest open. Breathe in, extend up. Feel this opening from the heart center into the open palms. Right now, is there a vision, a thought, a mantra that you could use to guide your way forward? Take your arms overhead and imagine you're holding a beautiful white ball overhead, a ball of energy. And it's here that you can continue, tune into, find focus. Know that there's something greater than you supporting you on this journey forward. Land your hands down and come down to the left knee. Low lunge, perhaps taking the hands inside the right foot and getting a little juicier here in the hips now. As tension seeped up into your face, can you relax through the jaw, through the forehead? Find your way into pigeon pose, so bringing that right leg across, right knee to right wrist, lengthening back onto the fingertips, and see if you can lift the spine out of the hips as you breathe in. You might even feel the legs a little more active momentarily, and then exhale, dive forward. Breathing in, there's this build up of grey and you're shifting it out through a more forceful exhale. Channeling through the center, Shushumna. Last one, deep cleanse, deep breath out. And
come to rest. You can place trust in this breath now. Every breath is so unique, and every breath can offer you something amazing. Wisdom, freedom, comfort. What could change for you right now with these last 5 breaths? What feels different? And when it's time for you to release, you find your way back into downward dog. Reaching the heels down. Come forward into plank or half plank and release all the way down to your belly. And you could find cobra again or join me with locust pose, rising up as you inhale, floating back down as you exhale. Feel that ease all the way to the fingers, like soft feathers. Riding on this breath with no expectation. Just a great sense of trust and self-belief. Could you take just one more, rising up and perhaps holding here as you breathe. Belly expands. Releasing all the way down. Just turn to rest on one cheek. Turn the palms up, the big toes to touch. And turn the breath back into that easy state. Use that breath to guide you, coming back up through hands and knees, lengthening back in child's pose, keeping the elbows lifted this time. Sink the hips back. Slide the shoulder blades down towards the tailbone. And coming forward, bring the knees under the hips, and you could curl the toes under here if you like. And you're going to imagine you're just tucking your hands into your back pockets and rolling the shoulders back, drawing the elbows inward. And as you breathe in, lengthen the spine and lift on up to lift the chest up. And then exhale to come back to center. So breathing in, you want to lift the spine out of the hips. You can keep looking forward. And then exhale back to center. And generally everyone can do this. Your range of movement is individual, but just starting to feel that opening, that lengthening of the spine. If you know your camel pose, you could keep the toes curled under so it's a little closer to reach. Otherwise, you still want to enter by lifting the spine, taking the hands back to the heels and drawing the hips forward, chest, center of the chest up. You might look forward, or if it feels okay, you could take the head back. Feel the breath expanding the body. No way restricted.
hands to the lower back. Take a breath in to come up through center. Find your way into child's pose to lengthen the spine out. And then you can come down to the knees. Bring the legs out in front. So take the left leg out in front and fold the right foot in here. You're going to take hold of the right foot with your left hand. So it looks like this. Left hand, right foot. As you breathe in, lift up the fingers on the right hand. And then as you breathe out, fold forward. Inhale to lift. As you exhale, right foot forward, right arm back. Exhale through center. Beg your pardon, inhale through center, exhale to fold. I'll turn sideways now so you can see. So picking it up, breathing in, lift. Anchor into that left heel. Exhale, reach. Maybe look over the shoulder. Inhale back. Exhale. Flowing with the breath. It'll feel very natural when to breathe in and when to breathe out. Opening and closing the body down. Last one. Reach to the foot, reach to the fingers and lift the spine out of the hips, nice and tall if you can. And folding everything back in and melting that right arm down, left arm extends. Spine folding over the left leg. As you come up, place that right foot inside of the left leg or stack it over the other side. Root down through the heel and the foot. Left arm wraps around, right hand nice and close to the seat if you can. That'll keep the spine nice and tall. As you breathe in, the spine is bright, lifting and lengthening. And exhale to soften. You can take any arm variation here that you like, that you know and love. And bringing yourself back through center, we'll take that second side. So right leg extends, right hand to left foot. Left arm reaches up, breathe in, lengthen and hinge forward from the hips as you exhale. Coming back up, breathe in. Nice and tall through the spine, exhale, extend, left leg, left arm. Folding in, and folding forward. I'm just going to let you keep going with this now. Feeling the breath move the body. Next time you have the leg extended, the arm extended, perhaps you could hold here in this twist. And fold everything back in and down. As you come up, you can bring that left foot onto the floor. Inside of the leg is really nice, particularly if when you step it over, your left sit bone lifts. So either works really fine. Wrap the right arm around you. Take the left hand behind. Imagine you're drawing around through the lower belly. And then through the ribs. Up into the chest. The shoulders. Come all the way back through center. And time to melt back down into your spine, into your body in Shavasana. So take what you need here. Find space between the legs as you extend each leg into the far corners of your mat. A bit of space between the arms and the sides of the body. And enjoy this moment just to sink into your skin. Enjoy the moment to sink into your skin. Notice the breath dropping back into this very easeful state. You notice the breath. But more so, you notice the body being breathed. Right now, there's nothing else you need to do. Put aside all of the doing. You could walk away from the practice, but we know that this time is so incredibly valuable. The time for your body, your soul, to soak up all of the benefits of this practice this evening. But I think sometimes more importantly, it's to have that conversation with ourselves, to acknowledge that we're worthy to lie back and just be for 5 or 10 minutes. That your world can continue and survive without you for 5 or 10 minutes. So grant yourself the permission to let go of all of the doing. Let go of all of the thinking. Embrace this time to pause in your day, in your life. I know you've experienced a shift through this practice this evening. You've boldly made the choice to be free of anything that's weighing you down. And when it's time, you'll step forward, step by step, into your future with fresh eyes, renewed energy, perhaps a different sense of self-purpose. Courage, belief, wisdom, all guiding you every step of the way. could you take a moment to ask yourself, how am I feeling right now? And then ask yourself the most important question. How do I most want to feel? How would I like to feel most of the time? And let this feeling, this word, this personal intention or mantra be your guide, as bright as the full supermoon in the sky, a compass, a torch that lights every step of your path, even through tracks that are dark, somewhat gloomy. You need that little bit of extra light. Know that that light is already within you. So begin to bring your luminous self back with some gentle movements, fingers, toes. Rolling to your preferred side and just taking your time to come up and finding your comfortable seat. And once you're here, place the left hand on your heart center, followed by the right, and just gently massage here in a clockwise direction and this circular movement, continuing this cycle of energy. And here lies that personal affirmation, that feeling, that guidance. And it's yours to come back to, connect with, whenever you stumble, whenever you become lost or afraid. Know that you can follow that light within. Let's bring the hands together at the heart and take a moment to send some of this brightness out into your world, into your home, into your community, into the hearts of all beings in the far corners of this world. I can feel your energy here this evening, your love. I'm deeply grateful for your presence, for showing up whenever you can, whenever the time suits you, to continue using these tools of yoga to help you move through these uncertain and challenging times. So stay with it and send you much love and light on your own journey. Namaste. Thank you, everyone.